Electric Adventures here with another package in the mail. Now, been waiting for this one for a little while. It is related to another package that I'll hopefully receive in the future, and it's from the Coleco homebrew guys, specifically one of them called Pixelboy. So here's the box, a nice package knife. Probably needs a sharpen actually. Very careful. Right, so lots of bubble wrap. Now these are all homebrew games for the Colecovision. Some of them require a homebrew add-on that it has just been released, and mine's on the way. They had a few delays because the gentleman producing it's very fussy over making sure that all the packaging and all the labelling is perfect. But he has sent them out finally, and people have started to get them, and they've been very pleased. So saying that, because the very first title that I pull out, I won't actually be able to play till I get that Super Game Module, SGM as it's called. Now the Super Game Module basically adds, see, Coleco only has 1K of RAM, which is very limiting. The Super Game Module adds, takes it up to 32K of RAM, and also adds the Yamaha sound processor that's in MSX and Spectra Video computers. So it allows games from the MSX and Spectra Video to be converted a lot more easier, plus also some original titles to be done that you wouldn't normally be able to be done. So the very first one is a very good MSX game, which I don't have yet. I did play it back in the day, called King's Valley. And it's a platform puzzle type game with excellent music by Konami. So as you can see, this port is being done by Edward Milo, and you can see the packaging is very good quality. The box cardboard is nice and thick. So there we go, there's some screenshots. So I've got, you know, nice description on the back, and they've tried to make it as, you know, authentic to original Coleco style ones as well. Also being very careful. We have the game cartridge, so same shape as a Coleco one, except it's in translucent green, and with a matching label there. If my camera will behave. Keeps on overcompensating. I really got to get that compressed air. And we have styrofoam packing to pack it out, which is probably better than cardboard spacer. And then we have the manual, so put together a nice, so it's in colour. There's some instructions on the game itself. Okay, so each of these, the games that I bring out that are that will only run with the SGM module, I obviously won't be doing a gameplay in this video of, but I'll do a special gameplay just for that game, just for each of those games, once I get my Super Game module. So there's our first one. But there are some titles in here that don't require the Super Game module. And he's done a very good job of packing these, so they're all individually packed. So he's to be commended. Probably a too good job at the moment. So this one is one of his older releases, and it's been ported over from the Sega SC 3000 SG 1000 systems, and this one will work on the normal Coleco, so we'll be doing a gameplay of this one, and it's Gullclave And this is, this is technically a second print run or extra print or extra assembly run that he did. Probably one of the last copies will come out. Looks like it's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up. I haven't even played a demo of this or anything like that. Be very careful with the end of the box. Okay, so this one's in a normal black shell, but has quite nice artwork on the cartridge itself. So they're all very professionally done. Manual. Sorry, obviously being very careful with these. Our polystyrene spaces decide to come out. Right, so here's the manual. Continuation of the artwork. And the colour inside. It's all very good quality. It's all very impressive. Instructions on how to use it. Looks like we've got a power-up system that we can utilise. Lots of different enemy ships. And details on the scoring as well. Rather than take up too much time, I won't put them back in their boxes as we go. Okay, so the next one is an SGM game. So that's the Super Game module. And what this is, so Zaxxon obviously came out for the Coleco, but there was an enhanced version with more stages brought out for the Atom computer, which had more memory. So this has been converted, so it'll run with an Atom. It was only available on disc, I think, and all the Super Game module. So quite nice cover art, and you can see one of the changes there is you have enhanced bosses and things like that, and there's a little bit more detail in the levels, so it'll be interesting to find out the differences with this one. But I said that will await a special gameplay. So this one has a black cartridge. Here's our instruction manual, continuing the front cover art. Nice introduction there. Setup section. Very nice how to play. It looks very interesting. The graphics obviously look improved, and it looks like there's more to the stages. And we've got a points table in the back, so he's been fairly consistent with what he puts in them. So once again, I'll defer putting this all away, otherwise the video will go too long. So the next one is a one that'll run on the normal Coleco. So I paid for these over a period of time, and then once I paid off, the lot of the releases as he was assembling them, I then paid for postage. So it allowed me to get a few more titles at once and bundle them all together. So this one sounds very interesting. I think this is based around the original adventure game for the 2600, but obviously with much more improved graphics, or a bit Zelda-ish like, or something like that. So Quest for the Golden Chalice, really cool cover art, and if we have a look at the screenshots, it looks very interesting indeed. Very much looking forward to playing this one. So one player, 3 different quests, 3 different difficulty levels, very interesting. Yeah. And look, even in the vein of Zelda, we have a gold coloured cartridge. So they really have gone to a lot of effort with these games. And here's the manual, continuing the colour art and the quality throughout. So Pixelboy does do a very good job. He still does have some copies of some titles left, not all titles. He obviously only does a very limited number of runs. He did a very big lot. He does it every Christmas. He gets titles together and then releases them. And I believe this has taken a lot out of him doing this many titles at once, taken up a lot of time, and he's going to have a break for a little while, but he still has some stock. So next one is, so this is an SG-1000 port again, and it's Pitfall 2 Arcade. So Pitfall 2 straight never came out for the Coleco, I believe, or might have. But this is a completely different version, and I love the Pitfall games. So screenshots look quite interesting there. So it'll be interesting to see what this one's like. Oh, and I love that. They've even done the cartridge in the same shape as an Activision one. That's fantastic attention to detail, that really is. Let's have a look at the manual. So carrying forward our artwork again. Now obviously this video is going to get a bit long, so we've still got more to go. But these are very special titles that you won't see. Okay, we have a little errata sheet in there. I'll deal with that later. Obviously there's a bug they've found. But just the attention to detail in the manuals and everything like that is just really, really good. You know, professional game, probably, you know, better quality than the stuff that came out back in the day. Right, next. Refusing to come out of its bubble wrap. We have another adventure game. It's an original one, so not conversion of something else. It is Princess Quest. So it's by Oscar Toledo Gutierrez. Hopefully I pronounced his name right there. And we have another, you know, multi-screen platformer, which is an excellent target game for the Coleco and its capabilities. It looks very colourful and very interesting indeed. We have yet another colour, silver, so Princess Quest. Very nice artwork. Continued on there. Just try not to damage the pages. We'll try and fasten up a little bit. More detail about the game. It looks very, very interesting. And some point tables in the back. All very good, high quality and consistent. Okay, and our last one. Yes, so out of all of that, there were only two that required the SGM module. There were actually more titles released, but you know, I couldn't afford to get them all. There were an incredible amount of titles. There might be a pick some of these. Now this is obviously continuing my quest of shoot 'em ups, and a game that I've played on the NES before. It is Star Force. So obviously Star Force came out for the SG-1000 as well. Very interesting getting SG-1000 ports, because I believe that I had 2K of RAM, not 1K of RAM. I haven't looked into that yet. I've actually finished my first game for the Coleco, and I'm looking at now porting it over to the Segas, and it's best if you make it work on the, for as wider audience as possible, that you make it work on the SG-1000 as well as the SC-3000s. But this looks very good. Okay, this one uses the Activision cartridge shell, but quite good art on the cartridge there. Thought we might have an errata sheet with this one as well. So there's the cover. Go through. Right, controls. Okay, we have a small one on it normally with this one. Okay, you get a bit of garble when you turn it on apparently. So there's our power up systems and bonus blocks. It looks very colourful. Undoubtedly has, you know, choppy MSX-like scrolling, but that quite often does not interfere with the gameplay at all. And there's our scoring. So there we go. Large lot of games, I know. To truly do these games justice, I'll only have a very quick look at each of them in the gameplay section following this, and then I'll do a more detailed gameplay of each one to truly do them justice, and to do justice to the author, of course, and do a full review of each. So, and doing this during the day, lunchtime, and I'll do the gameplays over the next few days, so it might be a few days gap. But I'll get the video together and get it out there. Alright, thanks for watching this section. Now let's go do the gameplays. Right, here we go with Star Force. And as I said, I'm only going to have a quick look at each of these games. But that tune sounds very like the arcade game, which I only played yesterday. Which is a hint of another pickup that's coming up. And I've played the NES version. And the idea in Star Force is you're supposed to go, there we go, there's one of the bonus ground targets you've got to try and go for. It's instant death, as I've shown there. I'll just try and get a little bit further. But they've done quite well, they've got smooth star scrolling. Of course the background of the area we're shooting is rough scroll, but sorry, concentrating there. And the idea is to get as many of those bonus things as possible. That's your general mission. You only have, whoops, one life, no shield. Well, you've got multiple lives, but you can't take multiple hits or anything. So the general idea is to shoot as much as possible to rack up points, but most importantly shoot these bonus things. Now this is the guy that comes together and then you've got to shoot the centre. Alright, we'll only have a quick look at each, but that looks like to be a very, very good conversion, and I'll enjoy playing that some more. Let's move on to the next one. We go with Goldclave. Excellent sound effects. Well, opening music, I would say. Now the enemies are aren't very colourful, but there's not much flicker presence yet. It's handling lots of sprites in a line quite well. I don't know whether I'm demonstrating the best way to play the game. Oh dear. you've got quite a lot of stuff that comes at you. So we've got various power-ups again. I don't really know the various power-ups. That gives us a new barrier. Oops. Oh. Gonna knock us back a little bit. Yeah, lose our weapon. Sorry if there's a little cutting in this level, but the dog's barked on me again. So this looks like quite a good horizontal shoot 'em up that's been programmed very well. Lots of interesting little techniques used there to make quite a nice looking game. Very enjoyable one added to the collection. We'll have a better look at it later. Right, next we have Princess Quest. Said this is only a quick look. Ooh, nice sparkly titles. World one that isn't. So we have a platform game. Whoa. So the enemies are quite aggressive. Can we do anything with those trees? Oh, here we go at this top level. Quite nice scrolling. Ah. Not going to live very long at the moment. Oops. Set something working fine. I'm just trying to see how far I can get. Ooh, get some health. And some more health. Oh, this is quite a good original. Oh, there's an object we can go and collect. Let's see it. Well, maybe we need a key. Ah, no, we just got to shoot it. Oh, this is quite a good little platformer game. This is quite a surprise. Yeah. Oh, and we died. Oh, you get a few lives at least. Oh, that looks like quite a good game that we'll I'll get into some more. Okay, so we've got the music from Pitfall 2. So we've got quite colourful graphics. We need to time our jumps. Can you go this way? No. Maybe go down here. There we go, rather than fall. Okay. It looks pretty much like it's Pitfall 2. Oh, that was a bit silly. So I can't go anywhere there. But how do you get... I wonder whether you can... No, you can't. Out of interest. Nope, you die. Ooh, so you've got to go all the way around, obviously. Well, it looks pretty well done. Good old crocodiles. Safe on their eyes. Go down and have a look down here again. Hey, there we go, we finally got one. Oh, I can't duck. Oh my goodness. Well, not a very good demonstration of Pitfall 2, but that looks very good. And as you can see, I need more practice. Let's try the next one. And here we go for quest for the golden chalice. Choose your quest. Or we'll just go with number 1 for the moment. Select skill level. Well, go for the first one. Okay. Okay, so right button picks items up. I'll work this out eventually. Let's go to our next screen, so we're going to look around. Perhaps like Adventure, you can only carry one item at a time. Whoa. So there's a dragon in there protecting a purple key, and I've got a yellow key. Yeah, so just like Adventure on the Atari 2600. Right, so is he afraid of the yellow key? Right. Yeah, we've got a nice maze. Cool. Yep, that led nowhere. Quite nice effects. I like how they've done the water effect. I've probably got myself hopelessly lost now. Yep, he definitely runs away. Yeah, it wraps around. There's a ring there as well. And this is the red castle. Right, alright, we get the idea. That's going to take me a little while to work out. But what an excellent looking little game. Yeah, so quite an impressive lot of games there. I will do more in-depth gameplays on these at a later stage, one at a time, to properly demonstrate them. I'll need to have practice for some of them first, of course. Thank you to all my subscribers, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all later.